The App Store doesn't always do a great job pointing us to the right apps. There are apps that are still ranking high that are simply traps on your digital transformation journey. And this video is going to remove those booby traps for you and hopefully give you the best digital workflow experience possible. We haven't ranked these apps in any order, but here are 7, maybe 8 handwriting note-taking apps you should completely avoid on App Store. Blankbook hasn't received so much as a bug fix for over a year now. The developer stopped active updates about 4 years ago, so using an app with this much inactivity is going to cost you in the long run. Apps malfunction all the time, and when that happens, we usually run to the developers with our complaints. But what do you do when the developer has stopped working on the app? It is the main reason most of these apps are on this list. QuickNotes X got its first ever update in over a year, some 4 weeks ago, introducing AI to the app. I wish developers could just stop with the AI stuff, really. Most of them aren't even getting it right. The Pro version of the app, which costs $6, is even worse. It hasn't been updated for over 2 years. Even the AI update skipped the paid version. Maybe they want to perfect it first before rolling it out for the paid app. Who knows? But it's definitely an app to avoid. Since Notes Plus upgraded to Notes Plus X, we haven't seen much activity in the app. You can easily see all the updates the developers have released since the app launched 3 years ago. That is not promising at all, especially considering that Notes Plus X costs $15. If a developer stops releasing frequent updates, even if they're just bug fixes, it's probably best not to build your notes database in such an app. I'm not sure why Apple doesn't remove some apps from the App Store. If they're inactive, it's probably a lot of work, but it can save users from the pain of losing their hard work over time. What are the chances that you'll buy an app that hasn't been updated for a couple of years? Is that something that you guys look at when buying an app, or is that something that only I do? I loved Note Always when it first launched. It had one of the coolest pens at the time, even though I hated that it was raster ink. But everything else I loved, so much that I was hopeful that one day, once the developers fixed the raster ink, it would become the best handwriting note-taking app on App Store. Sadly, that never happened. We have been receiving bug fixes for over 6 years now. There was a time when the developer didn't update the app for more than 3 years, and then we got another bug fix a year later, and then nothing. The story of Not Always is one that probably hurts me the most on this list. The app is simply not worth paying $15 for, with so many options available on the market now. The developers have failed to stay up to date with the evolving demands of digital note-taking, so it makes no sense buying the app. And I say that with a heavy heart. Whink also has a similar story. It was quite a good app at some point. It has a nutshell feel to it, doesn't it? But users need updates, improvements, and new features to keep their note-taking relevant to the changing demands of learning and working. I didn't really follow Whink that much, so nothing really stands out, but it used to be a good app that, sadly, in 2025, you should be avoiding. 4 years without a single update is a sure way to say an app has been discontinued. No, there's not even a website to go to. And now the more I'm just doing this, I'm wondering, do I find these apps because that's my job, or are these apps actually showing up in search results? It's a bit fuzzy on my end. I do a lot of research on App Store. I look for apps manually, so I'm not really sure what's happening here. And I know the apps, so I find them. There's no way Apple is still directing people to these, right? I like the map feature in uPad. The app had some interesting features, but sadly, we should avoid it in 2025. Note Taker HD looks like it belongs in a museum. Apps on the iPad haven't looked like this in a very long time. I'm even surprised the developers updated the app 3 months ago. And there I was thinking Zoom Notes was bad. Even 4 years ago, this app was outdated. Even 8 years ago, 10 years ago. Yet for some reason, I feel bad. I always wondered why generally I avoid negative reviews and just focus on the best apps. Um, I feel bad criticizing other people's hard work, even if it really is bad, which is why I tend to lean towards great products and help developers improve them, help users master them, and pretend bad ones don't exist. Perhaps naturally, outdated apps get left behind so we can continue pretending they don't exist. The last app you might want to avoid is Notability if you don't like subscriptions. Notability is a great app, but without a one time purchase, it's a lifetime commitment and is the only handwriting note taking app with such a setup. If you stop the subscription, though, you'll still be able to read your notes, but you won't be able to edit them without the subscription. Notability being the only handwriting note taking app that is fully subscription, we couldn't actually do a video on subscription apps because there's actually literally only one. That is why we've added Notability to this list, but Notability is a great app. Which of these apps have you tried, and if there are any on this list that you're actually using, do let me know. Thank you, Fantastic Human, for watching. Stay fantastic.